Some people, after they're gone and they depart us, their families remember their name and what they did while they were on this earth, and that is the impact. That's legacy.
The Hill family represents a new Nashville. In the 19th century, Nashville had been more agrarian, but entrepreneurs came in like Mr. Hill. And in the 20th century, Nashville became a commercial place. For generations, the H.G. Hill Company was the family grocery.
When you talk about the Hill family, you're talking about 5 generations of legacy, a commitment to making an impact, a belief in serving others.
The YMCA would have failed had Horace Hill Sr. not become president of the YMCA in 1920. And then, in the next generation, his son, Horace G. Hill Jr., became the biggest financial benefactor of the Y in the organization's history.
The legacy started with Hill, and now it has been transferred to the Granberries, Caldwell, Parsons, Jackson.
Since Horace Hill Jr. died in 1993, I really look upon them as a personification of all the good things that are associated with the Hill family.
Nashville is a more compassionate place because of my father. He has always had a great connection with the people of Nashville and Middle Tennessee because of the customer base with the H.G. Hill food stores. He has a great sense of humor. He's a very compassionate individual. I think it's helped a great deal that my father grew up in a household of women. My parents led by example, and I did have the privilege and opportunity to work with my father at the H.G. Hill Company, and I knew of his dedication to the YMCA and other community service projects in Nashville.
Wentworth has served on the family's charitable contributions committee, and it has showered gifts all over the community.
We can all learn from my father's example, something that I learned very early on in life, and that's to stop, think, put yourself in other people's shoes. Before you make a decision, consider the individual.
My mom was born into a family that was generous in the community, so I think this concept of giving back is just in her DNA.
And it's even more outgoing than Wentworth is.
She loves life, she loves people, she loves Nashville, her love for her kids and her grandkids.
She is so warm and friendly that she just naturally draws people to her.
She's very adventuresome. She's a great party girl, and everybody loves her, and she loves everybody.
She has served the community in lots of ways. For many years, she was on the board of the Old Women's Home.
She was the chairman of the Swan Ball.
She had children in Ensworth, so she was on the Ensworth board. She ran the symphony outing.
But really, beyond just any one thing, I think what she has done is just set an example. An example has been set, and a great deal of good has been done in the community.
My mom taught me that it was very important to give back to the community, and we were lucky to be able to do that.
Frances is much more reserved than either Anne or Wentworth. And her friends think of her as an intellectual. She's very smart.
She loves to learn, and she loves to study.
She's been president of the Junior League of Nashville.
Chairman of the Swan Ball for Cheekwood. She gave to the D.D. Wallace Center, and she was on the board of Harpeth Hall and Ensworth Schools, and that's just to name a few. I can't even think of all of them. She loves her city, and she wants to preserve its beauty and what it means to her and to her family. She always had time for us. She never let that get in her way of being home for us, and that was important. And she's just showed me you can do both. You can volunteer a lot and be a great mom.
Philanthropy has always been a tradition in our family for my grandparents' generation and the generation before that.
The Hill family has not splintered.
There are a lot of hills.
So many families and organizations, when you get to about the third generation, it splits apart. But that's not been the case with the Hill family.
And I think the tradition of philanthropy has helped to root the Hill family in Nashville.
It is a cohesive unit, and all of the members of this family feel the bond with those who came before and feel an obligation to uphold the honor and traditions of their family.
Support of the YMCA and its outreach programs have been a part of our family for 4 generations.
That family has been more important than any other family in the history of this YMCA and its success.
The Hill family has an endowment established at the YMCA that supports our Urban Services Youth Development Center. That family believes in our mission. They believe in our work. They invest in the impact that we make.
What it really comes down to is the sense that much is expected from whom much is given, but there's also this genuine sense of wanting to be generous, wanting to be giving, wanting to be involved. Look beyond yourself, look to the needs of others, be sensitive to others, look to the needs of the community, be willing to get involved, be willing to get in there and work and make a difference.
Your legacy is forever alive, which is why we're still talking about H.G. Hill today, because his legacy still lives. It lives in all of us because he imparted a piece of him to us. And that's what we want to give to our young people. It's all about tomorrow. I care today, but I want to impact tomorrow. That's legacy.
All Nashvillians who know these 3 wonderful people respect and love them.
Mom, congratulations on being such a great person and a great volunteer in our community.
Thank you on behalf of my family and myself, my sisters. We never get the opportunity to say thank you for your generosity.
Way to go, Mom. You're wonderful. You're a great example. You love life. You love people.
You were always there for us whenever we needed you, and you're the greatest mom ever.
It means so much. It means so much to our families, organizations in Nashville, and individuals.
All that you've done has really just flowed out of who you are, and we're grateful, and I know Nashville is grateful as well.